Anyway, let's see who's up next. Oh, I'm up next. It's me, Ripper the Clown. So, thank you. So, as an unpredictable cartoon character come to life, I have a weird life. My friends always ask me why I don't want to spend $13.50 to see a movie or $100 on concert tickets. I tell them, I don't have to pay for my entertainment, and neither do you. Stop watching your crappy sophomoric movies and network TV. Stop watching your sports and ESPN. Stop paying to be entertained, damn it. Just come with me to any book signing or event, and you will be entertained for free by the most eclectic and esoteric mix of performers you've ever seen in your life, i.e., the random freaks and weirdos that I always seem to encounter. Now, here's the average day in the life of Ripper the freaking Clown. Now, imagine what I'm about to describe to you is taking place at an outdoor festival where I'm doing a book signing. It's sunny, families are having fun, music is gently playing, and picture all of these strange characters as performers in a traveling troupe that follows me around for impromptu shows. The invisible curtain rises, and here comes the opening act, a guy who calls himself Ben Franklin. Now, Ben Franklin's gimmick is that he's a descendant of the original Ben Franklin, and he's angry at the current state of government. Ben Franklin has the entire Franklin family fortune in 13 bank accounts, and he also has the original Ben Franklin's secret documents about the Masonic Lodge. Yeah, with these conspiracy guys, isn't always about the freaking Freemasons. And just so you know, Ben Franklin is also an agent for both the DEA and the FBI. Yet despite having 2 government jobs and a vast fortune, Ben Franklin dresses like he's a vagrant for some reason. And here's a little tip. If you ever see a show or talk to him one-on-one, nod your head a lot and say stuff like, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh. Because if he thinks that you doubt his story for a second, he will go for your throat. Oh man, trust me, one time I had to beat him off me with a loose leaf notebook and a candy apple. So, you know, the whole Ben Franklin thing, it's pretty dark and intense, but this guy is a true thespian. He went around the show and gave his anti-government spiel to the entire audience. You know, it went over okay, I guess, but then again, it's not for everyone. A few people ran away from him. After his time on stage was over, he came over to my booth and he ordered $500 worth of books with plans to pay me next week after I hand-deliver them to some girl that he's stalking in Urbana. Then he asked if he could borrow $7. Ka-ching! No sale. So, speaking of stalkers, after Ben Franklin left, my female stalker Kelly came through to pay her regards. I gave her this greeting card from the Ripper the Clown Honesty Collection. It's for the very special stalker in your life. I'll read it to you right now. Your interest is flattering, I guess, but you're obviously a freaking mess. You're creeping me out. Leave me alone. Please don't email, visit, or phone. This is simple and shouldn't be confusing. I have a gun that I don't mind using. So, we can all use that card anymore, can't we? So, after Kelly took her card and scampered off, this girl came up to me and she had one of my promotional postcards. You've probably seen these around town. She came up to me and she stuck it in my face and she's like, hey, have you seen this clown? I think I just saw him come this way and I need to talk to him real bad.
I have a seat, so
I told her that I think I just saw me go that way, and she'd better hurry if she wants to catch me. Yeah, she had a pretty good act. Before she left, I threw a couple bucks in her tip jar. And then this lady approached me, and she swore to God that I was either Axl Rose, Kid Rock, or Bobcat Goldthwait dressed like a clown. It was multiple choice, A, B, or C. I have to admit I was kind of flattered by the Bobcat Goldthwait, C, considering he did the Shakes the Clown thing. But I had to keep telling her no. And, you know, she was amusing for about 30 seconds. At the 10-minute mark, she was just damn annoying, so I had security kick her ass out. And then this old lady hit the stage, and she called everyone within her immediate proximity a rat bastard. She was a real crowd pleaser until she apparently got angry at an audience member who refused to give her $2. So she abruptly left the stage amid a bunch of loud yelling and cursing. And at that point in time, her understudy came out and replaced her. Now, her understudy was another old lady, and she was wearing this pink hat that looked like one of those crocheted things that your grandma covers her Kleenex box with. And she was also wearing this big blue moo-moo, and it just complemented the hat really well. She looked very stylish. And she started her act by going around and sniffing and smelling a few uncomfortable audience members. I wasn't impersonating an old lady. I was just trying to clear my damn sinus. There we go. So, after sniffing and smelling a few people, the understudy, she abruptly changed direction. She went over to a nearby garbage can. She pulled out a bunch of paper plates covered with cake icing. She sat down on the ground and licked them clean. It was a simple performance, but it was deep. You know what I'm saying? She left everyone thinking. She received a nice ovation for her work. Then it was time for the team act to come out. They're actually a married couple. And they've got these two giant dolls that they dress and treat like real children. They talk to them, they feed them, they buy them movie tickets. It's weird and creepy stuff. It's kind of a contemporaneous twist on the old school Punch and Judy show. And let me tell you, the audience just loved it. They really did. Especially when the two kids got in a fight. And after their performance, the entire doll family came over to my table and they just gave me the eye, They couldn't figure me out. Even the freaky freaking dolls were looking at me funny. And then finally, the husband goes, "Damn, cuz, why would you do that to yourself? Don't you like girls?" And the wife, who claimed that she knew me pre-clown, kept asking, "Did you have a nervous breakdown? Did you have a nervous breakdown? Did you have a nervous breakdown? Did you have a nervous breakdown?" Now keep in mind, this is a couple that believes their two life-size Puppet Master-esque dolls are real fully functional human beings. And they actually have the audacity to simultaneously question my sanity and my sexuality for some reason. Well, you know what? I've heard the scuttlebutt from the other performers, and I could have brought up the fact that after a shopping trip to Toys R Us, they had to get married. But I didn't do it. And you know why? I'll tell you why. Because I've got class. So I'm a professional. So instead, I simply and politely tried to explain the clown gimmick to them, and they didn't get it, They were non-believers. Unfortunately, there are non-believers in every crowd. I'm really thankful, though, to know that all of you guys here tonight at Vintage Villains are staunch and steadfast Ripper the Clown believers. Give me an amen. Amen. I said, give me an amen. Amen. Oh, yeah. So the doll people left with their doll family. They said the kids were hungry and they had to leave. But from the smell of things, someone also needed a diaper change. Why a 6-year-old doll is still in a diaper and hasn't been potty trained, that's just a little weird to me. But hey, not my circus, not my clowns. So at that point in time of the show, they decided to take a little intermission, during which time Ben Franklin came out for another appearance. He walked down the sidewalk by the highway, had this American flag over his shoulder. He just arbitrarily stopped, started marching in place and waving his flag. And I'm not talking little grandma parade waves. I'm talking like he's on top of Iwo Jima, people. Or if you pro wrestling fans, like Hulk Hogan after he defeated Sergeant Slaughter for the WWF Heavyweight Championship of the World at WrestleMania 7. So for the duration of the show, that's where Ben Franklin marched, alerting everyone driving past that there's a show going on. When the intermission was over, this unnamed male performer came out, and I've seen this guy many times. He's got this collection can that he crudely made out of an old coffee can. There's a slit cut in the top for money and coins, but it's too small to get anything in there. Around the circumference, he wrapped this dirty piece of paper that's in crayon across the paper, he wrote, "Baby needs machine." Now, we don't know what kind of machine this baby needs, but personally, I hope it's something destructive, like a frickin' jackhammer. That'd be pretty cool. So, this guy, this performer, he's very distinctive looking. On his left cheek, he has a tattoo of a giant swastika. And on his right cheek, he has a tattoo of the Facebook thumbs up. So, I think it's really unique that a Nazi's out there doing charity work, but hey, you know what? He likes to help the kids. And the beauty of this act is that he's speaking English, and he's speaking English, but you cannot understand a word that he's saying, and that's the fun part, trying to figure out and decipher exactly what the Nazi is saying. Mr. Dawson. Hey, man, I'm not being able to come out like the rest of the man. It's supposed to sit shut. It's in the whole line here talking about like this black lady was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Black lady was hurt. I'm not here talking about I'm probably have to be over Tuesday. Yeah, unfortunately, I've had to talk to him many times. And then Superman came out, flew around and took some photos with fans. You've probably all seen Superman around town. He's always out in our streets fighting crime in our fair city, keeping us safe from villainy. Superman was accompanied by this guy who calls himself Schlongzilla. So while Superman was taking photos of children, Schlongzilla went around the show and unsuccessfully hit on every female at the show. Yeah, he's doing a self-deprecating comedy thing. It's pretty entertaining. And then Ray arrived, okay? So I'm sitting there with my female friend, Stripper the Clown. And I got to brag here for a minute about Stripper the Clown. We're friends with benefits. You know what I'm talking about? I know you all do. I know you all do, yeah. Because me and Stripper the Clown are friends, I get health insurance, including dental, and a 401k. So it's pretty sweet. And so I see Ray and I tell Stripper, hey, look, it's Ray. He's here. He's really here. Oh, man. You just got to watch this guy. I just love watching him work. He's the star of the show, man. Then I saw Ray's announcer getting ready. Ray has his own announcer. You see, it's in his contract. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main attraction of the evening. Introducing the man you all came to see. He's also known as the Southern Dandy. He's unpredictable and undefeated. Introducing Ray. We don't know his last name. So Ray, we don't know his last name, strolled into the show nonchalantly. He knows he's the star, you know. He's got this goofy grin on his face, this disheveled, drunken, mentally defective look about him. He's unsteady on his feet. His clothes are torn, raggy, stinky, and dirty. He's got a Walmart bag stuffed with old pornography strapped around his left forearm. In his left hand, he's holding 2 styrofoam plates covering an old fish dinner. In his right hand, he's clenching onto a half-eaten, greasy, rotten sandwich. He works his gimmick to the nines, man. This son of a bitch never breaks character. His movements are fluid and crisp, and it's just a masterful performance, and his audience interaction is just brilliant. You know, whenever I see Ray perform, brings a tear to my eye. Really does. So here's my rendition of Ray, We Don't Know His Last Name, which cannot in any way, shape, or form be compared to the real deal. Hey, Big Chief, how's it going? Hey, man, we're going to have ourselves a great baseball team this year. Bam! Hitting some home runs. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, who wants to buy this fish dinner? $1.25. It cost me $3.75. It's fresh from last Thursday night. Oh, man, what a deal. It's pretty tasty, too. I only ate half of it. Man, WCW is the best. In WCW, they always bring in someone who knows something about something. You know, there's this episode of Beavis and Butthead where Beavis thinks he's pregnant, but he really just has to poop. Oh, man, it's pretty funny. I seen that episode on the television set. Oh, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, please don't run away. Ma'am, excuse me. I just have an innocent question for you. Does the library rent out any porno? They have an adult section, but I can't find the porno. Yeah, I needs me some new sausage books. Oh, hey, Ripper the Clown. I'm having a party tonight at my house. Bring your girlfriend, you know where I live. We're gonna have some beer. And my friend, he's gonna bring, along with the beer, he's gonna bring some stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Some potato salad. Oh yeah, Ray, potato salad. Looking forward to that, man. Ripper the Clown will be there. Hey kiddies, I just watched X-Men 2. It's a kick-ass movie. You should watch it. Now kids, I gotta talk to your mom. Hey ma'am, excuse me ma'am. I just got out of prison, but I didn't do it, and I needs a place to stay. Can I come and live in your basement? I promise not to hurt you or your lovely family. Now this makes no sense, considering that Ray just invited me to a party at his house. But you ignore the plot holes, man. You ignore the plot holes because it's Ray and the man knows what he's doing. You know, my favorite artist is Dabasawi Sawi. You know, he paints them melting clocks and them melting eyeballs. You know his work. Dabasawi Sawi. Oh man, rock and roll. Woo-hoo. Oh yeah, we're having ourselves a good time. Did you know that sometimes books have pictures and words in them? Oh, hey man, how's it hanging? Seriously, tell me, I'm curious about the position of your tallywhacker. Oh, you know what, man? I am just going to go try out for the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, hells yeah! Playing football and lifting weights, man. I do that stuff real good. Did you know that my favorite body part of Norwegian women is the butt? Then Ray proceeded to French kiss a ceramic dog. Where's Charlie at? It was her ceramic dog that Ray French kissed. I'm not just, and then we had to Clorox wipe it off. You think I'm blowing smoke out my clown ass with these stories? This shit is true and I have witnesses. So Ray proceeded to French kiss a ceramic dog, and then he unexpectedly and unceremoniously left the stage, wandering over to an adjacent vacant lot where he reportedly took a dump. Ray left to a standing ovation. We applauded that man for 5 solid minutes. Finally, Ray returned and treated us to an encore wherein he argued with a tree for 20 minutes. Classic stuff, man, classic stuff. I wish I'd recorded it for the archives. You know, after the show, I talked with Ray and got his autograph. I asked him about his inspirations and his influences. He named quite a few, actually. Hunter S. Thompson was one, Phil Silvers, that Hayvern guy, Nietzsche, Mitch Hedberg, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Brian Evan Pillman, Bill Cosby, John Belushi, Dick Van Dyke, and above and beyond everyone else, a guy by the name of Jack Daniels. Yeah, a lot of Jack Daniels. In fact, Ray told me that he has been a daily Jack Daniels fan for 43 years. You know, I asked Ray about his upcoming shows. He told me later that night he would be working the parking lot at the gas station across from Lee's Famous Recipe until around 2 a.m. And he also told me that he has a standing double shot weekend gig working the magazine sections and computer terminals at the Danville and Westville public libraries. So he keeps busy, and there are plenty of opportunities for you to catch a show if you so desire. So I tell you guys, stop paying for your entertainment, unless it's for the fine entertainment here at Vintage Villains, but otherwise stop paying for your entertainment and just follow around Ripper the Clown, because my life is like a truck stop at 3:45 a.m., always full of random freaks and weirdos. And I'm sure the freaks and weirdos are looking around saying, wow, there are a lot of normal looking people here. Says the man dressed like a clown. I am Ripper, thank you.